Divorces has -5. So there's 5 kids. 2005, he has his 5th kid, but he started 2004. He started The Apprentice. So as this was going on, he started The Apprentice. His mind started not going back; it started going forward and differently. He started The Apprentice and his TV stuff, and getting into the media stuff. Started thinking differently. Now, in this process, I don't have the dates when it hit the Pluto. That would be interesting. I'm not slowing down to there, but as Mercury started going forward, by about 2010, it was probably hitting his Mercury again. So 2009 was the grand opening of the International Hotel and Tower in Chicago, and identifying with the Republican Party the first time. Okay, so that's 2009. So that was as that would probably be about the time Mercury was hitting Pluto. Okay, went forward when Mercury, like you're not already in retrograde until Mercury gets past his mind went forward as far as it could, then backed up with the kids and the marriages. Mine did the same thing. My marriages happened on the retrograde. Then I went forward, but it's not till October 2019 that it gets back to his mind went forward as far as it could, 2019. So like from 2081, when he got married, no, when he had Ivanka Trump, when he had his daughter, to 2015, he announced his candidacy. He becomes president during that 2019. He's thinking it's just going forward now, beyond his other Mercury, beyond where it went before. It's going forward. It's in the 12th house. It's going forward, and it's going to hit the Mars. It's going to hit us in 31. It'll hit his ascendant. He'll be thinking about what he's doing, who he is. It's in Leo, but that's a breaking free of the past. That's a thinking for him. That's a breaking free of the past. This Mercury going beyond his going through this Leo loop, which was basically going through the Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Pentans. Gemini, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, till now it's about to go into the Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, yes, and then Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, back. But it's going to go into, it's in Cancer, it's going to go into Leo, and then Virgo. So it's got the Pentans have their own, so we'll look at these things. We may not, because we're going to get caught in the sun. But I just wanted to go through this. His Mercury retrograde, he's past that, but he's just coming out of the Mercury retrograde phases. Now his Venus goes straight forward his whole life. No retrogrades. Look at it closely. This progressed Venus. Of course, we're into the progressions. So this progressed Venus starts conjunct Saturn, 1950, moves into Leo and into the 12th house. And it hits Pluto in 58. By 72, it's conjunct his Mars. I'm just curious. Yeah, Mercury is Venus conjuncts his Mars in 72, and he marries the Czech model. He got the beautiful marriage. It's in his 12th house. His actions had its side. The marriage wasn't going to last. But by 75, it hits his ascendant. Nothing said there. 77. Then so the Venus hits his ascendant, goes into Virgo. Okay, so it just goes along. I just want to go forward with this a little bit more. But by 2002, this Venus has gone into Libra, and where it will stay until 2030. In 2018, the Venus conjuncts Jupiter. That's in the 2nd house. That's his sense of money and doing things. He feels he's making all the right decisions doing things. 2018, that's during his first presidency. Making deals. Okay. Evaluating his understanding about resources and stuff. But it's going to go, as soon as by 24, it's going to be hitting Saturn. Okay, and then towards the end of his life, it'll square his Pluto. So this is the Venus going down, second house to third house. This is not out above, it's about his appreciation of himself. Okay. Now his Mars just goes straight forward his whole life also. No retrograde. His Mars, 26th of Leo, in 1951, November, went over the ascendant in Leo and then into Virgo. That was in Virgo, long time. It conjunct Neptune in 2011. Mars conjunct Neptune. 2016, it's it's squaring Mercury. Mars is squaring Mercury. And then it conjunct in 2029, it'll be conjunct Jupiter. That's still a long ways away. So this is all his Mars in the second house, push for money, to push to get his values, to push his values, push his beliefs of values, push. So you can see these things going on. His Mars is moving that direction. But at the same time, it's okay, that's good enough. We'll just now when we look at the progressions, okay, so this is just last 5 years, next 5 years, for 10-year progressions, or 8 to 10-year progressions. So this is all the progressions put in. So you can see when Cancer 2015, that's when he went into his 11th house and ended Cancer. He declares his campaign 2015. You know, like, and he has the feelings of everybody around it. However, it's square Neptune. Things going, but the big thing was in June 2016, in May 2016, his Mars squared his Mercury. So that was the fighting, that was his cutting sharp arguments and fighting to get the election. Like, he was fighting. And then shortly after that, anger came up. I don't remember the specifics of the election, what shifted at that point, but certainly this was in process. It's sitting in May. It would have been the progressed Mars. It would have been in process for a year or so before that, and a year or so after that. And then after it squared the Mercury, it conjuncted his ascendant on May 27th in the election campaign. So up till May 27th, he was trying to finish. He wasn't sure he was going to get in, but he took control. His identity, his charisma built up, and everybody started. He started getting all the rednecks and the born agains and people. He started his charisma, personal charisma, started carrying the day. He's the richest man again. Why, if we could be like him, we could get that. Why couldn't we be that? And people would come up and identify with his identity. So his identity was very powerfully sensed. And by August, it went into Virgo. So this was a huge, powerful thing. And in this time period, Regulus was right in here. So his sun went over Regulus as well, the heart of the lion. So he won the election on his inner charisma to his identity, the Leo, me, I'm the best. I've been like, I can do it. I'll take you there. I'll be the best one. And a lot of people bought it. The personality cult bought into it, but that was his peak identity moment. The progressed sun going over his angle. It's the only angle that goes over in his life. His life was destined up to that point, to hit this point. If it wasn't the presidency, what would it have been? Hard to say. He would have been moving into something. He certainly was not going to be following anybody during this period. He's leading. And certainly as he became president, he was leading his way and he wasn't following anybody. Everybody would do his way or they're going against him. So, but it was a special shift here of this progressed sun. Well, first of March, but of the progressed sun went from the Leo into the Virgo, from the sun, the confidence, the arrogance and the hair and the flowing, to the analytical, the Mercury, where he's much more devious or confused. That's the Neptune, the Mercury squaring Neptune. So it went into the Mercury, under the Mercury rulership. Okay, so, but certainly he's being noticed. He's aware of himself, of who he is. He's somebody. Now, who else is like Trump? Who else is in charge of the country? He's the country. He's the state is me. 2018, Venus conjuncted Jupiter. We saw that. And yeah, this graph we don't need because that's for the 20, that's only goes up to the election. Then by 2019, his progressed moon conjunct his ascendant. It had been above for 14 years. It just went over, it followed the sun, went over the ascendant 2019, just now. Then it came up, well, this won't have the progressed, this progressed, it won't have the progressed new moon in it. We did that, that's in September, just passed. But the moon went into Virgo. In 2020, on October 20th, so like the election year, the moon squares Uranus. His progressed moon squares Uranus. So that's a 2-month aspect, October, November, through the election. That's not very stable either. So in all this pushing to push him, how much really supporting of other people has he done? And how much would his support hold? Is the big question. Right now, it looks like it's all locked in and it's totally there. I don't think he's stable enough to maintain that. I think some things, if some financial dealings come up that prove dishonest, there are probably a number of Republicans who would say, no, I can't be aligned to this. And he could lose his majority in the Senate. Okay. Whether it takes the election to do it or not, that's the big question. And whether he survives it or not, it doesn't look so hot for him, outside and inside. So 2024, progressed Mercury squares midheaven, Venus squares Saturn. So he has the trining Saturn squaring Venus. Now he's going, and Pluto, but in progressions, Venus is squaring a Saturn until through 2024. So he's evaluating the repercussions of what's happening now for 4 or 5 years. And the moon hits Pluto. Okay, so, and then Mercury hits, okay, this is progressed to progressed, which we usually look at for the moon phases. But in 2016, his progressed Mercury was conjuncting Pluto, and it would have done so the same year, a bit earlier, in the natal chart, and then in the progressions, it came up and hit the Pluto. It all happened during the election came, and he's smart. He won. He did his computer work. He used it and won. And then the new moon comes up. Has come up and come by. That's basically it. Next, the moon phase. Okay, so those are the progressions and trends. Those are the standard things. So already it doesn't, we're getting a picture that's not looking the most, if he were coming to see you, you're working on damage control. You're not working on how to break through and get better. It's not likely he's going to have the credibility to build better. There's a saying in China, what was it? It may be more than in China, but it's rare that when someone of poor character, if someone's in a high position of power and they have poor character, rarely does disaster escape them. Okay, so like it just comes up as like the potential for disaster to happen. It was going to happen. He's set up for these things to happen very easily. Is he invincible? Is he the Almighty? Can he avoid it? We shall see shortly. Okay, so this is his progressed sun, and this is, we're going to look at it. I want to take a look at some of the hexagrams just to see this other layer of what's being said during these time periods. And I want to take a look at this, and we're going to spend, how we doing for time? Yeah, good. Yeah, good. So